Well, weather aware day has been issued for Sunday. As in the next 24 hours, we have not one but two opportunities of thunderstorms that can start to push in. I'm meteorologist Matt Hefner. Let's break down what I think is going to happen over the next 24 hours. And let's start with kind of that first wave of thunderstorms that are expected to push in later tonight. We'll kind of break down this forecast bit by bit. Right now, we're not seeing really anything too exciting on radar. But if you switch to kind of a different radar product that we have, right in here, you can start to see, look at this boundary that's forming up. This is the cold front that's just moving past Wichita. It's to the east of Wichita right now. It's the very early stages of some showers, which will potentially develop into thunderstorms over in Kansas, and that's going to spill into Missouri, into northern Arkansas, I think by the time we get past that midnight hour. This is this first wave that we're expecting to really come in and return the chances of severe weather. A second wave, and I think a stronger wave, will be coming on Sunday. And let's talk about kind of the threat level. The Storm Prediction Center has highlighted a large area under a slight risk. This is a 2 out of 5 risk, and they kind of expanded that risk since last night. The one thing that they did is they pushed that slight risk further down into the south. So Springfield's in it now. Ozark, Nixa, Branson, McDonald County, Cassville, Berry County are in this risk for tonight. You didn't find yourself in that risk for yesterday, as they just have a little bit more confidence that these thunderstorms will push further down into the south. And let's talk about the window of when we can see this happen. I think by the time we get past that midnight hour, those storms that are going to be over in Kansas, over in Oklahoma, are going to spill across the state line. And I think our window to see severe weather tonight is from midnight to probably about 8 a.m. on Sunday. I think they really get going in Springfield by the time we get to 2 or 3. We're going to have some rumbles of thunder. We can have locally some downpours of rain. We can have some fast, damaging winds. The tornado chance is looking pretty limited with this opportunity for tonight. It's a possibility that we can get a spin-up tornado. I'm not expecting we get a monster EF3 or EF4 tornado with this setup, but the chance of a spin-up tornado for tonight is absolutely there. So make sure you have some way to get weather notifications throughout the nighttime hour. Nighttime tornadoes are about twice as deadly as daytime tornadoes because a lot of people are sleeping through it and they don't know until it's a little bit too late. Thunderstorms are going to move east of Highway 65 by about 4 or 5 a.m. And I think this first wave fully wraps up by the time we get into Sunday morning. Then the atmosphere is going to come down to a lull for a couple hours, and then we wait for that second wave of thunderstorm activity. Right now, I'm expecting that to happen by the time we get into the afternoon. Let's talk about the threats. This is just for that first wave that's going to be coming in Saturday night for tonight. The tornado risk, limited. I think we have to watch the possibility as that line moves in, that QLCS, that quasi-linear convective system, that we could have a tornado that spins up along that line. I'm mostly concerned about some large hail that could be forming. And we saw large hail, 2 weeks ago when we had that tornado threat? We saw large hail last Saturday, especially over in Lebanon, where they had so much hail it looked like it snowed on the ground. Here's the threat level for Sunday. It shifts further off into the east. Storm Prediction Center are putting a wide enhanced risk. I believe this enhanced risk goes from Ohio all the way to, I believe it extends as far south as Texas. I almost expect them to bump this up to a moderate risk at some point, especially for areas closer to the Mississippi, as those ingredients for strong tornadoes are going to be there. When it comes to our viewing area, the area I am most worried about, that I'm really pinpointing right now, is further off into this east. Look at this black circle. I'll go full screen on it so you can really see the places that I'm talking about. That's Texas County, that's Howell County, that's Oregon County, that's Douglas County, that's Ozark County, that's Fulton County, that's Baxter County. It's places that are really along Highway 63 that by the time we're getting into that afternoon hour, we can start to see that tornado threat surge back up. So we get that first wave of thunderstorms coming through tonight, kind of pauses by the time we get into that midday hour. And then once we get to, I think, about 3 p.m., we can start to see right there on radar some thunderstorms quickly developing. These will rapidly intensify. They will mature very fast. They'll carry the threat of large hail and some strong tornadoes that could be developing, and really concerned about our easternmost counties. I don't think everyone sees thunderstorms for later in the day on Sunday. I don't think everyone has a tornado threat for later in the day on Sunday. It's the further off to the east you are, the more concerned I am about that. And the window to see this, we'll put in that afternoon to about, I'd say about 7 or 8. And once we get past that time, this cold front that's creating all these thunderstorms. It's going to create potentially all these tornadoes across the United States. It's going to move too far off into the east, and then we don't have to worry about that. Talk about the threats. This is wave 2, a higher tornado threat. This is not for everyone, especially further off to the east you are. Better chance that there's going to be a tornado, and this is the possibility of rather some spin-up tornadoes, some strong tornadoes that we have to be concerned about. Large hail, have that up to egg-sized hail, and damaging winds is what we have to watch out for. And the pattern looks really active. So we have 2 chances of storms over the next 24 hours. Temperatures start to crash on Monday. Monday, I think the highs are only going to be in the 50s. Tuesday, we get back into the 60s. Look what's forming for Wednesday. It's already our next opportunity of storms. The setup for this looks really similar to kind of what we're going to have for Sunday, as we're going to have a cold front come in. We're going to have a low pressure system that moves across the United States. This already has a 30% chance, a day 5 outlook by the Storm Prediction Center. That kind of turns into level 3 out of 5 threat, where once again we have the chance of some more tornadoes and large hail that could be forming. We're in the end of March, the beginning of April. The pattern is getting more active. We're starting that tornado season, and we'll have more opportunities for rain, but you guys know how it works in the spring is opportunities of rain a lot of times turn into storm chances. So we have storms that could be coming over the next 24 hours. Already, I'm going to issue a weather aware day for Wednesday. I think that's another day we have to watch out for storms, and then the pattern stays soggy once we get past Wednesday and into the start of April. That's my initial thoughts right now on tornado chances for the next 24 hours. We'll have more updates on our website, ozarksfirst.com. I'll be live on TV at 9 and 10. Tune in for that as well. Thanks for watching, guys.